Hi, thanks for watching my video. The other day I got an email from a viewer asking me how can I get all of the stuff from GridMap V2 into another level again. And I made a video on it a long time ago, and some people have been saying that in version 0.26 it's not working. So I'm going to do it again. This is the actual email right here. And it says, "Hi sir, can you please show how to move the stuff from level GridMap V2 to another level? It's not working for me, for my son." So I think a long time ago I made a video showing how you can get all this stuff from GridMap V2 and move it into another level. And I'm going to show you how to do that again, because this is version 0.26 and the last time I did it was a long time ago. I think it was like 0.23 or 0.22 version. So I don't think anything's changed. But we'll go ahead and do it again. So normally what you would do is we're going to go to GridMap V2. That is not in your documents folder. The mods folder has levels that are made by people. We want the actual level GridMap V2 that's made by BeamNG, that's part of the BeamNG game. And that's in a different location. Generally how you get there, I say generally because it's not working right now, you go to Program Files, Steam, Steam App, Common, and then right here should be BeamNG, and then you would click on BeamNG, Content, Levels, and then GridMap V2. But you can see BeamNG is not here right now. I'll get it to work later, but there's another way to get there. Just go to Steam, Library, highlight BeamNG, right-hand click, go to Properties, go to Local Files, and right here at the top, just click Browse. And now this is where we were at just a minute ago. We were at Common. BeamNG was missing, so now we're in BeamNG, Content, Levels, and GridMap V2. Let's shrink this down. Levels, GridMap V2, Art, Shape, and there's Grid right there. Inside Grid is everything that we want. That's what the email was asking about. So let's just see if we can't. Copy that there and paste it to the desktop. So there's our folder. Now I'm going to put this in, well, let's launch BeamNG, and I'll show you how the right way or the easiest way to do this is. Okay, so here we are in BeamNG. Remember, you have two types of levels. You have levels that people create, and then you have levels that BeamNG creates. Let's say you wanted to put grid into a level that a person made. Go to your repository, click Mod Manager, find your level. You can see Tower of Death. I made that level. It's unpacked, and here is Downhill Endurance. This is an awesome, well, it's a cool level made by Spencer Johnson, and I use it as a default playground. But you can see it's unpacked. Find the level in here that you want, like this one, and you would come over here. It says packed, but you would click unpack, and by unpacking it, you're unzipping it. And what you can do then is, once it's unpacked, then you want to go to your Documents folder, BeamNG, go to Mods, and if you look, it creates a folder at the top that says Unpacked. Click on that, and whatever levels that you unpacked should show up here. So we're going to do this in Downhill Endurance. So there's already a grid in here. Downhill Endurance, Levels, Downhill Endurance, Art, and you want to put everything inside Art, then Shapes. And you can see there's already a grid there. I'm going to just drag this here and overwrite this one, because there's better stuff in here than there is in here, and everything that's in here is already in here. So let's just drag that here. It's going to replace everything. So now, before we go in, we have to go in here and we have to edit this materials folder. But before we do that, we want to get the proper spelling and wording for this level. whatever Spencer Johnson named it. And we'll open it up with Notepad++. And you can see right here it says downhill endurance. So I just use the exact writing that way, because if you go and try to enter this manually, you're going to make a mistake. Although it's just downhill endurance. So anyways, I just like to copy and paste it. The fewer human interactions you have, the least likely you are to make a mistake. So let's go to our folder. And this is the grid that we put in. And now we have to edit the materials folder. So here it is. See, it says grid map v2. This cannot say grid map. It's got to say downhill endurance. So highlight that very carefully. Now you want to hit Control H and a little menu is going to pop up. And it says right here, find what grid map v2 and replace with, highlight that, Control V and replace all. So everything that's highlighted in green should get replaced. Replace all. And it replaced 81. You can see right here, it replaced 81 of them. So there you go. So now everything in levels is now downhill endurance, art, shape, grid, independent, metal, expand, whatever. So let's hit Control S. Hopefully it saved. And it saved it in here. So open it back up and make sure everything is saved. It did save. So if everything worked out accordingly, we should be able to go into downhill endurance and all that grid stuff should be there. Okay, we're in the new level that I made. This is the downhill endurance that was made by Spencer Johnson. I just flattened everything out and I use this as my playground area to build new stuff. And this is a new level that I was working on. I got some ladies dancing over here in this beautiful castle. Just really cool. This is just a mushroom scan of a castle. Came out really good, but if you zoom really far in on it, you can see how it's actually a scan of a castle. But anyways, we want to go and press F11. And let's bring up our asset browser. And we want to go to Art, Shapes, and Grid. Let's go out here. We have a big flat area to work on. And these are all the things from Grid Map V2. And the blocks, there should be, let's make sure the blocks, some of these blocks are red and yellow. Oh, there we go. There's the yellow one. That's how I always know I got the, and there's the red one. So there you go. That's everything from Grid Map V2. Let's see what else we got down here. And there's the blocks. And that's going to be only visible from one side. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's that ramp right there. And there's the BeamNG logo. And that's it. Now, I want to mention one more thing here. Well, these are all the characters I had from the level that I made. I made a video today. Put all these animated characters in there. You can get these characters from a website called Mixamo, which I have 3 videos on that. On how to use Mixamo. And I want to show you one more thing. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to Steam, because we have to go to that file location. Library, BeamNG, Properties, Local, Browse, and Content, Levels, Grid Map V2, Levels, Grid Map V2, Art, and right here, Prefabs. You can take prefabs drag it to your desktop, go to your level that you want to put them in without doing any work, which is right here. That's my documents, BeamNG 026, mods, unpacked, downhill endurance, levels, downhill endurance, art, shapes, and let's see if I have a prefab. I don't want to mess anything up here. I do not see one. Simply grab that and drop it in there. If you look in prefabs, you'll see there is no materials folder. Nothing to edit because the materials are already attached to these. That's why they're called prefabs. So now we'll go back into, so here we are back in the level again. So we're going to come out here, press F11 and find that prefabs folder, which is going to be in our asset browser. Remember, we put it in, everything's going to be inside art, shapes, and then the name of the folder was prefabs right there. So if you grab prefabs, you don't have to do anything. You can just drag all these prefabs in here. There's no messing with the Notepad++. Everything's attached. And you can do that with any prefab and any level. You can go to Utah and get the, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. You can go to Utah and get the prefabs folder there. What is that? The heck? I've never seen that before. 11.218. Oh, that's the speed and the drag strip. So part of that info must be in this folder. So you can go to Utah, West Coast USA, any level that has a prefab folder in it, and just drag it to yours without doing any Notepad++ editing, and it should work. You get all this cool stuff with the materials already attached. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope that answered your questions. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.